guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a party prep for Bryson's 12th birthday party. Technically his birthday's July 8th, but we are celebrating this weekend. That way more of his friends can come. So today I'm going to start the party prep for that, and then tomorrow I'm going to continue with the party prep. So, yeah. And hopefully at the end of this you will have a cohesive idea of how to throw a shark birthday party, because that's the theme of Joe. Okay, so I'm going to start with baking the cookies. He wants sugar cookies and chocolate chip, but in order to do the sugar cookies I have to decorate them. So they have to be completely cooled off before I can do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm starting with that. And I found a pack of like shark themed cookie cutters on Amazon. It's got this one, which is supposed to be like when a shark has his mouth open. I guess you can kind of tell. Got an actual shark and a shark fin. So, okay, so I always start with the cookies because I know it's going to take the longest time for these, because I have to bake them, I have to cool them off, then I have to decorate them, and that takes a lot of time. It takes 2 days usually, because I want to make sure they're all the way cool off before I even start thinking about decorating. Of course, you could probably do that in the same day, but I'm just I try to space this stuff out as much as I can so I don't overwhelm myself, because trust me, it's not that hard to overwhelm yourself when you have the list that I do for these parties. And I wasn't planning on doing a massive party like this for Bryson, but when he started talking about his birthday, this is what he wanted, and you know what? We'll let him have it. Because this is the first year he ever picked his own birthday cake was when he was 10. This was the first year he actually picked a party theme that he wanted and wasn't told, no, you can't do that. So that's why I did this version, because no kid should have to wait till they're 12 to pick a party theme. And if you missed it, the theme is sharks. I don't know, that's his favorite animal right now, and his favorite color is blue, so it kind of all ties in. And you'll see later in the video how I tied everything in. A lot of it was Pinterest ideas. So, yeah. But either way, he ended up very happy with this. cake pops. He wanted shark cake pops because he originally said he wanted a cookie cake. Then he changed to he wanted an ice cream cake for his birthday party and a cookie cake for his actual birthday. And we did his birthday party on the 27th of June, a week and a half before his actual birthday, because his real birthday is July 8th. That's why this video is going up late, because I did want to include some clips of his actual birthday in his birthday vlog, instead of just getting some pictures from the party and calling it done. But yeah, I know some people say that's over the top. I know some people do a party and that's all their kid gets and they don't celebrate on their actual birthday. But for us, that's when his actual birthday is, when he gets the presents from everyone else in the family. Because we just did a friends party this year instead of worrying about inviting all the friends and all the family, because he ended up having 5 friends actually show up, which amazed me, being so close to the 4th. I figured somebody would, only one kid was on vacation that didn't get to come, and the other kid just lived too far away. So I think he had a pretty good turnout for having a summer birthday. Because when I was a kid, my birthday's the 5th of July, and I never got to have a friend party. It didn't matter if I did it early, if I did it late. Everybody was on vacation, so never got to have a friend party growing up. But now I'm working on food tags and food labels for the party. We didn't end up using these, but I did include them in this video because it was part of the party prep. I should have known at the get-go we weren't going to use these, but he wanted them at first, and then we were setting up tables and everything. I grabbed them and he goes, "Ew, I don't want that on my table." So, you know what? We didn't use them. And the funny thing is, the only time I've ever actually used tags for the food and stuff was Nevaeh's 2nd birthday. And the funny thing about that is we did those extremely last minute. Those weren't planned for, and I wish I would have planned for them, because they would have turned out so much cuter than they would have if I would have planned for them instead of just doing them last minute. But now it is the next day, and I am working on decorating cookies. I always start, this royal icing was giving me fits this day. For Nevaeh's party, it was too thin and I couldn't get it to thicken up or set, and for Bryson's, it was too thick and I couldn't get it to thin out. I think it had something to do with the heat and the humidity in the air, but either way, these cookies turned out super cute. Everybody loved them, and of course they tasted delicious, which is honestly the most important part.
wanted to get the cookies at least started so the icing could set up before I went and tried to do the rest of them. You will see that this video is a little bit out of order, but this is how I do stuff. And I like videos better when it shows you the actual progression of how things work and how in order when people did them, instead of this is how I made this and this is how I made that. Like, I did a DIY video for Nevaeh's first birthday, and that worked really great doing it like that. But for a party prep, I like to show you the order in which I did stuff, because I can't just start on the cookies and go all the way through. Things have to have time to dry and set up, and I can't just start with the cake pops and go all the way through and finish them. There's stuff that has to happen in between so things don't fall apart or get all messed up. Okay, so now I'm starting on chocolate covered pretzels. He wanted, we saw on Pinterest pretzels dipped in white chocolate with blue sprinkles and the gummy sharks on them. And these are so cute, and they tasted so good too. And everybody loved them. Like, even the adults, because my brother, me, and my mom were at the party, and my dad had a few while we were still at the house while I was still making these. Because it ended up making almost over 40 of them, and we didn't need that many for his party. I thought we would, and most of the desserts, which was funny, were actually left, and then all the kids that hung out past the end of the party time, because we were saying between 2 and 6 for the party to end. The desserts ended up being eaten after the party was over, because they all filled up on pizza, and they were all so excited to talk and play because they just hadn't seen each other since school let out, which was over a month ago by the time his party got here. So yeah. And for anyone wondering, the next party prep will be either for Isaiah or for Keziah's first birthday. Isaiah will be turning 10 in October, and his birthday is 10/10. So this is his star birthday, and he's a little iffy sometimes because he wants a party and he wants his friends to come over and all that, but other times he doesn't care. And like last year, we didn't have him a party. We made him a cake, got him some presents, and that was that. That's what he wanted. And the way I see it, that is perfectly okay. Not every kid is a party kid. Bryson is a loud, outgoing, very friendly, wants all his friends with him all the time person. Isaiah's not like that. I'm not like that either. I love my friends and I have my moments, but I don't want to live with them. So we will see what the next party prep is. It'll either be for Isaiah or it'll be for Keziah's first birthday in December. Yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling, play some music while I finish some of these cookies, and then I'll talk to you more. Okay, so we are now at that point of dipping the cake pops. I also waited to do this till the end because I wanted to use the same bowl that I'd been using to dip everything else in, and I couldn't make the gray chocolate until right at the end. When I was done using the white, so that is one thing. I didn't do a whole lot of chocolate work. For Nevaeh's, I did chocolate covered pretzels and chocolate covered Oreos and something else, I think. Can't remember. But for Bryson's, it was the chocolate covered pretzels and these cake pops, and that was it for chocolate work. And these were honestly really easy. I did go in with royal icing and put the faces on the sharks. I was going to go in with chocolate, but I hate trying to pipe chocolate, so I didn't, and I just used the royal icing I had left from the cookies. It worked out great. Everybody loved them, and it was perfect for me because I didn't have to go through and deal with something I don't like dealing with. I also am going to say that this chocolate set up really quick on these basically frozen cake pops. They'd been in the refrigerator all day, like from that morning, and it was like now 4:30 when I was doing this. So I let them set up a little bit, but that chocolate set up pretty quick, so I could just go on and do the royal icing. And the black royal icing wanted to set up really quick, so I didn't have a problem with having to wait that long. Okay, so now it is Friday, the day before the party, and I am making brownies. I'm going to bake the cake for his ice cream cake, as well as bake chocolate chip cookies, because he wanted sugar cookies as well as chocolate chip cookies. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing 2 boxes of brownies because I thought we'd need it. I could have done 1 box of brownies and been perfectly fine. I also could have done 1 cake mix and been perfectly fine, but I wasn't thinking and mixed up 2 cake mixes. Oopsie. I wish I would have thought, but we did end up eating that cake. There's a few more pieces left in the freezer that I brought home with me. But other than that, his ice cream cake is gone. We ate it, the kids ate it, everybody loved it. And I wish I would have been able to film when I was decorating it. But I got over to my grandma's and the camera came out, but it didn't get set up. And I wish it would have, but I did get clips of all the decor, the food, and the cake. Which, honestly, is what matters. I wish somebody would have been there to help me film, but I didn't have that. When it comes to Nevaeh's parties, a lot of times I do have someone holding and film. But not for Bryson's party. And it didn't help him, because Papa can help me film sometimes, but if they're having to work with him and still recovering from that, they're still recovering from surgery. We were down a person to help, and that's perfectly fine. Either way, everything got done, everything turned out perfect. Bryson's happy with it, I was happy with it, and that's all that matters to me today. chocolate chip cookie dough had been pre-made, rolled into balls, and then stuck in the freezer. And I pulled them out the morning that I was baking them. Nothing happened. It's perfectly fine to do this with cookie dough. Like if you buy store-bought cookie dough, you can freeze it. If it's not out of the freezer section, it doesn't hurt it. Same thing with from scratch or homemade cookie dough, which this is. Then the brownies have been out for a little while. The chocolate cake had just come out, and this is a trick I learned from my grandma. That just instead of having to cut off the top, use a kitchen towel and press down on the cake, and it levels out the top for you, which will honestly become the bottom when you flip it. But it's always worked. I don't waste my time with cutting off the top unless the dough is really good. So, yeah. But I'm finishing these cookies. I'm going to let everything cool. Then after everything's cooled off, I'm going to pack up and head to my grandma's, which is where the rest of the party stuff will be happening. And I think the only actual video clip I got at my grandma's house was this one. This is the morning of the party. Bryson had filled up favor bags the night before, and he had left a few things out of a few of them I had noticed, so I was trying to go through and figure out what bag was missing what to make sure every kid had the same things, because each kid was supposed to have gummy sharks, peach rings, Swedish fish, goldfish, a pin, a lollipop, sticky notes, a keychain, a shark bracelet, and a shark tooth necklace, and a mini beach ball. And Bryson had somehow ended up with extras of a few things. So I'm thinking, how the heck did this happen? So I had to go through and figure it out. And Bryson wanted to add the shark tags with the names on them. So I had to tie those on. He did write the names on the tags, but that's all he did. Other than filling up the bags wrong where I do. Well, I've learned with Bryson and Isaiah, you have to double check everything. But this is the decor. I got some shark balloons and hung them on the wall. That was his backdrop for the table. We put a giant 12 on the wall. And then I did a happy birthday shark sign above the food table. Like I said, we didn't use any of the food labels. I didn't want to show off this. I found this idea on Pinterest. It's not perfect, but it's cute. And the kids liked it so much they didn't even touch that. They didn't eat that one. They ate off the fruit tray. Then I had to show the pizza because my brother got pizza and all the snacks we had on the table where the kids were sitting. And this is the table when all the desserts came out. And yeah, I did get up close shots of everything because I didn't get shots of everything at my house because I wasn't thinking. I don't know, in a weird way I felt like I was rushed, but I wasn't. And I made 24 of these. Actually, I made over 24, but I only took 24 with me. And the shark fins and the sharks on his birthday cake were from an Etsy shop, same as the shark cutouts. So yeah, but that's going to be it for his 12th birthday party prep. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the red subscribe button down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you for my next video, which will be a party vlog. Bye bye.